So hi everyone, welcome to the codes, and today we will be continuing with our Flexbox property. So in the previous lecture we saw that how Flexbox works. The property can't be implemented if you are not having any parent element. So it's necessary to have a parent element, and we covered flex direction and justify content too. So why we were using justify content to align the elements horizontally. Now let's see, if you want to align elements vertically, what you will do for that. So there is a property called align elements, align content. Okay. So when I have align content, now for now I am just commenting that thing so that you don't get confused. So let's have flex start. Now notice one thing, what I'm going to show you is, okay, let me do one thing, shift it to here. See how it is in the start, okay, but if you'll do end, I want to show you that whether it is applied or not. See, in the end, nothing is applied. Even if I'm refreshing it, the align content property is not working over here. Why it is not working? See, there is one property called flex wrap, and you have set this property to wrap. Now check whether it is working or not. Now it is working. Now the elements are in the end. So align content means you want to move your child elements vertically. Okay, for horizontal you are using justify, and here I am writing for vertical alignment. Okay, but one thing you notice over here that I have to specify one more property, that is flex wrap set to wrap. Now what is this wrap? Whenever I will not specify its wrap, by default this property is going to set as no wrap. That means, whenever, keep this in mind, if you want align content property to work, you have to have one more property, flex wrap. When you will have flex wrap, align content will get applied. So what this flex wrap does is, see, I am just repeating, now extending the elements, okay, just copying and pasting. There are these elements. So let me just do it one more time. Yeah, it's there. Notice one thing, I want to remove this now, okay, just focus on the flex wrap property, how it is working. Inspect it, and even if you will select responsive and you will stretch it, or you will do like this, see, according to the position, this is expanding, but nothing is happening to the elements because width is already specified. Flex wrap means, see, now the element is changing. See, it's there, okay. So actually it is like this, see, it's like this, but now the width is full. So when you will compress this, the elements will start moving from top and it will come at the end. So this is the responsive nature of the Flexbox. So whenever you have flex wrap property set as wrap, it will, according to the screen, the elements will start shifting. Okay. So now you know that how you can align the elements. Now let's come to this and align element to flex end. These elements will get in the end. So similarly you can go with center. So these elements will stay in the center. See over here. And if we'll do stretch, so for that thing it will not get applied. See over here. For that what you need to do, as I already told you, same way you will remove the height and width. See, now stretch is working. So the values are same, but the only thing is you need to have one justify content is moving your elements horizontally but your align content is moving elements vertically. So now if you have space between, see, even if you will have less elements, what do I mean by that? If you have this, let it refresh. Space between is not the property of this. Why I showed you this? Because this property is same as justify content. It is also taking the values same as your justify content. But align content, here align content will have only properties your flex start, flex end, your flex, your stretch and center. Okay. Now let's come to one more property, which is baseline. Now what does this baseline means? See, I'll remove this and I want to give it a margin of 20 pixels. So let's see how it will align. So it's here, the container is below. Okay. So if I'll set align content as baseline, what will happen? Nothing is happening. Okay. So that means this is same. So how the property of baseline works, let's see. Why I am showing you all these things, so that you will not get confused in the properties and in the values. Okay. Now let's have align items, and now you can remove this wrap. It's not necessary. So for align items, see, whenever you will go like this, you have a baseline property. Okay. And you have margin also. See. Now if you are applying baseline, all the elements are on the same line. That means, see, if you will remove the baseline, check. See, it's above, these two elements are above the second element. But baseline, as soon as you will apply align elements baseline, it means that your all the elements will on the same baseline. Okay, it will on the same line. So the ending point of this and the starting point will match with these containers. So the starting point of these elements will shift a little below to get on the same baseline. Okay. So this was your align element. Now similarly, you can go with your start. So it will remain the start. Okay, do one thing. Now as we have covered this property, so you can remove it. And if you'll put end, check, it will move to end. Okay, if you'll put center, it will be center. Okay. Now let's come to width back. Align items are covered. Now let's come back to your align content and look at your space between. See, it's like this. I am going to show you all the properties. See, the space around is also not working, and space, okay, sorry, you need to have a wrap property. Okay, space evenly, let's go with space evenly. So wait, yeah, put over here your space between. See, there is no space in the between. So you know how you can apply your justify content, justify item, and your align content, align items. Okay. So for align content, you always need to have a flex wrap property, and for align items, you don't need to have a flex property. Okay. So it's done. Now what I want to show you is how align items work. So align self works. I will also show you that align items, if you do space between, nothing is happening. Okay, so now let's remove this and let's talk about align self. Okay, so align self, and I want to put it as a center. So it will be align self means I want to align a individual item only. Okay, so I have given align self center to item 1, so item 1 is moving in the center. If I'll say align self end, so the item 2 will move it in the end. See, it's in the end, and the first one will remain as, if I want to move this align self in the center, what means it will automatically adjust according to the space. So see, these two will move in the center and rest will be in the end. So come back to this, select our Flexbox. See, this is the end of the element and these are center of the elements. Okay, I hope you have understood. Even you can select this thing. Okay, fine, you have seen this. Okay, what if you want to justify self in the start? See, so that means what you are doing, you are aligning that element in the start. So if you want to say it, just do this and check it is in the start. Okay, so if you want to move it to center, do it center. See it, why it is not moving? Let me refresh it. Okay, so why it is not moving? Justify self means the item will be center. Check one thing. Okay, so I hope you have understood all these properties. Now let's check about how your children properties will work. So for that I am clearing out these things. For children property, I am just increasing one more. Okay, and let's give it a 4, 5 and 6. There is something called your order property which we specify to children element so that their order can be changed. Now see, to item 1 I am using order as 1. So that means by default the order of item 2 is 0 and item 3 is also 0 because I have not specified the order property over here till now. So go back and see your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. Now as soon as I refresh the page, you can see that the second element is at the first because this order is 1 and these are by default 0. So notice pink color, one container. This pink and this pink. Order is by default 0. So first this will come, then this will come, again this will come, then this will come, and then your item 1 will come. That means the order, how order is working. Okay, let me do one more thing. To simplify it, let me just explain you with these things. Okay, see, order 2 is here, order 3 is here, then 1 is here because it's the sequence. It will see the sequence. Item 2, 0, it will shift to first. Item 3, order property 0, it will shift to 1. Order 1, having order 1, so it will move at the end. So 0 will come in the start and will move to end. Similarly, if you specify order 2 here to the second item, that means the third item will be at the 0th one. So blue one you can see in the first place, then order 1 and order 2 as specified, order 1 and order 2. Okay, this is how your order property works. Now let's see how flex, shrink and grow works. So to item 2, I am giving flex shrink value as 2. That means I want this item 2 to get shrinked by twice as compared to item 1 and item 3. But how it will get work, let me just show you. I have to remove the width for that thing, okay, so that these will occupy their own width. And one more thing I need to do is I want to remove this width, and I'll just leave it. Now see, go to this, inspect it, okay, and see, we'll shrink it. I think you have given it a flex wrap property. Just remove this flex wrap property, okay, so it is here. Now see, if we'll shrink it, this container, remove the order property also, so that you will not get confused between the containers. Item 2 is your second one. Now compress it. See, it is taking the width as given. Now specify the width of the container over here as 300 pixel. Okay, it's 300 pixel. And now to first container, give the width as 400 as 200 pixel, and similarly to width 200 pixel. See, these two are occupying 200 pixel and 200 pixel, whereas flex shrink is 1. So if you will compress it, it will get smaller, okay, see over here. So you can even remove the width. So according to the width, it will shrink it, okay, according to the width, it will take the space. Now compress it. See, these containers are getting shrinked according to the width, okay. Now let's see, if I have given it a flex grow property, that means I want it to grow double. So see, whatever the space will be available, the second element will grow. That means it will occupy those extra space, okay. So what do I mean by that? If I will give it a width of 400 pixel, that means the parent container is smaller one. So see, the second one is the bigger one, as it is consuming the double space, because I've given it a value as 2. If I'll give it 1, that means, see, it is still going to take this space, because whenever we put a flex grow, it will grow according to the space by taking the ratio of 1. So if you will see flex grow 2, we'll put 2 over here. That means now this container will be double as compared to second one. See, it is going to take space less than this one, because I have given it flex grow as 2 and flex grow as 1. So this was all about our Flexbox. I hope you have understood this topic very well. Thank you so much, everyone.